Novelis is off to a very great start here in Guthrie. And I want to thank our key partners for helping us to make this investment a reality. Thank you to the city of Guthrie for being warm and welcome in our early days together. We cannot wait to grow with you. Thank you to Todd County for your partnership. A huge thanks to Governor Bevin and the Kentucky Cabinet for Economic Development for their critical support on this project. You have been a pleasure to work with, and you absolutely live up to your commitment to move at the speed of business. I would also like to thank other key partners, including Western Kentucky Workforce Solutions Board, Southwestern Kentucky Economic Development Council, Kentucky Skills Network, Economic Development Transportation Access, Kentucky Energy Systems, Tennessee Valley Authority, Penny Real Electric, Logan Todd Regional Water Commission, and the Slack and Rochelle families for the sale of the family farms that have been part of their lives for generations. We commit to be good stewards of the land, which will continue to generate economic growth well into the future. When I look at this vast and beautiful landscape that we are now proud to call home, I see promise and innovation. I see smiling faces of proud and fulfilled employees walking through our doors each morning and safely returning each evening to their families. I see students from local technical colleges learning from us and teaching us how to stay on the cutting edge. I see growth and development for a deserving community. Each of you play an important role in this vision. We are counting on your continued partnership as we turn it into reality. And we pledge to be active corporate citizens in Guthrie, just as we are in the other communities where we operate. Now, I will welcome our Novelis President and CEO, Steve Fisher, to say a few words. Steve.
It's truly a delight to be here today to celebrate the groundbreaking of what's the newest auto finishing lines for Novelis right here in Guthrie. These lines represent the latest in Novelis's extensive global network of automotive finishing lines designed to serve a customer base that's growing right here in the southern region with innovative and lightweight aluminum solutions. As a partner of choice to the auto industry for more than 4 decades, supplying almost 50% of the global automotive sheet, aluminum sheet, the addition of Guthrie will significantly increase the market share, our market share, and secure our leadership position in this very competitive industry. But I do want you to know it's not just about our size or our unmatched quality of product that's going to continue to differentiate us in this very competitive landscape. It's something far deeper, far more intrinsic to who we are as a company. It's our purpose. Something we at Novelis have been giving a lot of thought to recently. About a year and a half ago, we began a journey to unearth our purpose at Novelis. We know that we want purpose in our lives, and we know that we want our companies to have purpose as well, beyond the bottom line. We want to wake up every day and make sure that we're doing something that is meaningful and making a positive impact positive impact on society, a positive impact on our families, a positive impact on the environment, a positive impact on the communities of which we live and work. What we learned through this journey of understanding our purposes is that it's not something that can be created or declared. It has to be uncovered because it must be authentic to who you are as a company and your culture. It has to ring true to every employee, from the headquarters to sales offices to every employee on the manufacturing shop floor. And so after many months of discussions and deliberations, reaching out to our colleagues across the world for their input, we arrived at our purpose, which had really always been there: shaping a sustainable world together. This is truly our purpose: to work with our colleagues, to work with our customers, to work with our communities to shape a sustainable world together. That is why we're so pleased to be here at Guthrie today, where we've already seen a steadfast commitment to partnership and collaboration from the state and from the people of this community to make this site successful and an engine of economic growth and prosperity. We will develop this site with our families and your families top of mind, with our unflagging commitment to safety and sustainability. We are currently working with government, education, and community officials to ensure that we're recruiting the best and the brightest to join our workforce. And we're working alongside our customers to create a world-class manufacturing facility that has the capabilities to deliver those innovative solutions that they need for their products. And with the best engineers in the industry, we will ensure that we are upholding our commitments to the environment to ensure that our operations are more efficient and sustainable than ever. So as we embark on this journey together here in Guthrie, it's this purpose of shaping a sustainable world together that will guide our strategy and deliver our true competitive advantage. I want to thank you for your support of Novelis, and we look forward to being a strong, long-standing member of this community.
We're incredibly grateful for the wonderful partnership that we have with Novelis, and Marco serves as the Aluminum Association's vice chair, and we have tremendous volunteer leadership support from the whole Novelis team on our top priorities. The Aluminum Association represents the aluminum production and jobs in the United States. This includes everything from primary aluminum production to the value-added aluminum products, just like the metal that will soon come out of the rolling mill located at this site, including the recycling and the suppliers of our industry. That is the value chain that we represent. And we work to ensure that public policies developed in our nation's capital reinforce the investments made by Novelis and our member companies. We seek policy decisions that reinforce the very bright future for the aluminum industry. It's a special honor to be here in this great state. Over the past several years, the aluminum industry has invested more than $1 billion to open and expand plants right here in the Commonwealth. The aluminum industry supports more than 44,000 direct and indirect jobs and $12.2 billion in economic output right here in Kentucky. And on a per capita basis, our industry has more jobs right here in Kentucky than any other state in the United States. And it sounds like we're adding in a few more, even a few more today. So the aluminum industry is incredibly fortunate and really somewhat unique in U.S. manufacturing industries in that we are growing right here at home. And as you've heard from Steve and Marco, it's because we make this amazing product. Our customers are turning increasingly to engineered aluminum solutions to make good products great and great products even better. From more fuel-efficient vehicles to sustainable packaging and green buildings. And this new facility is a major part of this growing trend. Now, some of you may be aware of some of the public policy challenges we're facing, including policies in China that allow unfair competition. But what I want you to know is that the Aluminum Association is committed to tackling those challenges. Your association, our association, is committed to ensuring that the investments that have been made right here in Kentucky continue to grow and to thrive. Importantly, we can never lose sight of the tremendous opportunity. The aluminum industry has seen 8 straight years of demand growth and shipped more than 27.2 billion pounds of aluminum in the United States and Canada in 2017. That's up more than 40% since the depth of the recession in 2009, and a record since we began tracking aluminum demand all the way back to 1960. Despite the declines in U.S. smelters in recent years, direct industry jobs are up. They are up 3.5% over the past 5 years, and today total 162,000. And the main driver of this growth is the continued demand for automotive aluminum. This facility is part of a historic moment. More than $2.6 billion has been committed or invested since 2013 right here in the United States. We've already seen 2 straight years of record shipments of automotive aluminum, and as Marco mentioned, we have a long runway for sustained growth. So today's ribbon cutting is the start of something big for aluminum, for this community, something big for Kentucky, and something big for our country. On behalf of the Aluminum Association, I congratulate Novelis on this historic occasion, and thank you for letting us be a part of it.
We are very grateful he could join us today. Please join me in welcome to the podium Governor Matt Bevin.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming here on a warm day. Finally feels like summer, for real. Now, I think it's really coming. Thanks for being here. A lot of places you might have been. How about a round of applause for whoever did all the unbelievable work to make this place look as beautiful as it was. At least one of those folks earlier. I mean, we take for granted so often a lot of the little things that go on behind the scenes, and there's been comments made about some of the conversations that have been had leading up to this. This has gone on for years. I mean, how many years ago was it when you first visited this site? 4, 5 years ago. 5 years ago, when they first came here, looked at a field and said, maybe, and then maybe, and then maybe, and then it kept getting closer and closer. Then the economies come and go, and things change, and budgets happen and don't happen, and then suddenly here we are. And this didn't just happen overnight, a tremendous amount of work. I was struck by a couple of the things that were said, and even this video that we just watched. Some of you may not have even fully appreciated what an unbelievable global company Novelis is. They have 10 different countries in which they operate. They have 24 different facilities. They employ more than 11,500 people in the world, including right here in Kentucky. And how fortunate for us to be part of this incredible company, this incredibly global company. And as you think about it, their head of HR is going to be hiring folks from this community. I promised her it's going to be easy. So here's what I named from all of you that are here. Extend all your best and brightest when they start hiring people. Make sure you spread the word. In all seriousness, one of the greatest gifts that we have here, the quality of life, the quality of our people, the values, the work ethic, the fact that this will be a decision that feels better a year and 3 years and 5 years from now than it does even today. I'm convinced of it. And how it will happen is because of people like us, those of us that work and live in this community, those of us who embody these values. By being the initial employees and then hiring the next employees and helping to find them. That's how it'll happen. My vision for this state, I've shared with many of you. I'll tell you in a nutshell. I was struck by this mission statement of shaping a sustainable world together. The idea of being a part of that is something that's very empowering to us here in Kentucky. My vision for this state is simple. is that we will be the center of engineering and manufacturing excellence in the United States of America. And I say that publicly and often. I say that to all other states, and I beg them to beat us to it. I don't think they will. We already are doing things. You're correct, Heidi. I mean, the amount of investment that's happened in the U.S., but also here in Kentucky. Think about it. $2.6 billion in the last several years in America, over $1 billion of it here in Kentucky, billions more being invested in the immediate foreseeable future. These are the kind of things that are transforming Kentucky, transforming the industry. And for us to be the center of engineering and manufacturing excellence, the people who fabricate with materials, means that if we can go all the way down that supply chain, not just to fabricate those materials, but to roll those materials, to smelt those materials, to slit those materials, whatever the case might be, to get those materials to market, these are the kind of things that are going to transform the state. That's exactly what we're doing. And having passed right to work legislation, don't kid yourself, this company would not be here were it not for that. And the credit goes to our legislature for stepping up and making sure that that happened. It was probably, in fact, I looked it up actually since we talked a moment ago. It was October 30th is when we sat in my office, and I won't say that I begged, but I will say that I was as persuasive as I possibly could be to why us. Because guess what? They were down to us in another state where literally, and I don't think I'm telling tales out of school, it was more financially compelling on day one for them to have gone to this other state. It just was. To the tune of many tens of millions of dollars. Won't be overly specific other than to say that the day one opportunity cost of building here was not an easy decision to disregard. And yet they chose to come here. Why? Because of you all. Because of the belief that over 1, 3, 5, 10, 20, 30 years, that the decision to come here, that amount of money that's lost on day one will be a rounding error relative to the success of this company. And the fact that there's hundreds of acres here and hundreds more to be acquired, and the ability to employ hundreds and hundreds of people in this county and from the surrounding counties, this is what's going to change this place. Western Kentucky is primed for growth. And I'm excited and grateful to each and every one of you. I'm excited at the opportunity. I'm grateful to each of you for being here. To our economic development folks, John Bevington, I hate to single individuals out, but he has shepherded this thing literally for years. And congratulations to you on a job well done on behalf of the church. I will close by simply saying this. Thank you for coming. Truly, thank you to each of you who've made this decision. We will not let you down. We will partner with you like you have never found a partner in any of the 10 countries you've operated in or the other states in which you have opportunities to invest. We will get you to yes or no. We don't do this just for fun, this cutting red tape. We will cut red tape. If there's something we can do to make it easier for you to get this place underway, we'd be delighted to do it. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing that makes me happier than the sound of this equipment back here. It's like, it sounds like jobs, you know? Every time something backs up, it's just that beeping sound. It sounds like the economy is growing here, and it truly is. So congratulations to all of you here in Guthrie and Todd County and this whole surrounding area. God bless each and every one of you. The future is bright indeed. Thank you.
Please join me in welcoming Senator Paul.
Thank you. Congratulations to Novelis, Guthrie, and Todd County. This is a big day. How big a day is it? Well, my wife grew up over in Logan County, and we still talk about what a great company Logan Aluminum is, which is part of the Novelis family. And you say, well, did government do this? No, the engineers do this, the business do this. What can we do in government? Get out of the way, make a great environment for these people to come. The governor deserves a lot of credit. He's been working at trying to get business to come to this community. But really it's about getting government out of the way. President Palmieri mentioned the tax cuts. It's a big deal. Over $1 trillion are being left with corporations. Some will say, oh, it's just rich corporations getting it. Well, who doesn't work for somebody richer than them? Who doesn't work for an entity bigger than them? When Novelis gets a tax break, 120 jobs more can be added in Guthrie. So that's what this is about. It's not us versus them, someone else versus you. It's about more money being left in the economy. So more jobs will be created when you leave more money in the hands of the people and the people who earn it. That's a big deal. What's the other deal that we can do to try to help companies like this? It's what Governor Bevin said, cut the regulations. It's not only at the state level, which we need to do, at the federal level. For the first time in a long time, Your government is not adding regulations, but trying to take them away. We repealed 15 regulations that were costing the economy $67 billion. That makes a difference. People can go anywhere. It's not just other states we're competing with. They can go to other countries. So occasionally you've seen people angry saying, do your job, do your job. Well, we have to figure out what our job is. Is our job to transfer your money to another group of people, or is our job to preserve your freedom, make government as small as it can possibly be, and leave as much of your hard-earned money in your community? I think that's what our job is. I think a little bit of what government's doing now is making it a good environment. We wish you the best of success. We want you to grow and prosper, and anything I can do to try to get government out of the way, I'll try to do that. Thank you very much.
It's my honor now to welcome Congressman James Comer to celebrate with us today. Congressman Comer always demonstrates a strong desire to hear from businesses like Novelis on how to enable further growth. I had the chance to meet him a couple of times in DC, and he's always open for discussions. His district includes both Russellville, where Logan Aluminum is located, and the Guthrie site. Welcome, Congressman Comer.
Well, thank you all very much for the invitation to be here, and it's great to see so many local community leaders from this area. This shows how special this part of Kentucky is. Everyone sticks together. We have county judges from not only the neighboring counties, but the counties that neighbor the neighboring counties. We have the mayors from this region all here together. Everybody's celebrating in tandem because this is a big deal for Kentucky. This is a big deal for the city of Guthrie and as well as the county of Todd. You know, I appreciate Novelis not only for making this investment, but for the fact that they are one of the greatest corporate citizens we have in Kentucky, especially in my congressional district. I've been honored to be your congressman for 16 months now, and today is the single biggest investment that's been announced in the 16 months in my congressional district, and it means a lot to see everyone join together in celebration of this. You know, one of the reasons that I ran for Congress is that I talked about we need to have rural economic development. We need to try to help communities that have been forgotten. But Novelis never forgot about Logan County. They never forgot about the potential and didn't realize the potential that we had here in Todd County. And you know, you look at this site and you look at the small town that it's locating in, and you think about the problem that we have in a lot of rural communities in Kentucky is our best and brightest graduate from high school, whether it's Todd Central or Logan County or wherever. And they don't have the same opportunity, so they have to move away to a bigger city. But because of this investment here, you're going to be able to keep the best and brightest in Todd County, here in Todd County. And a lot of people that are going to work on the production line will probably be part-time farmers, and most of you know my passion's in agriculture. We're going to be able to help keep family farmers on their family farms in this area because they're going to have other income opportunities and good benefits. So this is a great day for not only Kentucky and this community, but it's a great day for rural America. So I just want to conclude by thanking Novelis for this investment. I want to thank all the partners from Kenny Rowell Electric to the workforce development boards, the area development districts, economic development, the city, the county. Everybody worked together, and that's what it takes. And to Novelis, I want to pledge to continue to work with you all in Washington. We have a little situation now with China, and I support the president's efforts to try to correct that situation. But we have to look at the great aluminum industry we have in America. We're winning in the aluminum industry in America. And hopefully we can work together to resolve this trade situation. I was with Secretary Wilbur Ross this week in a small meeting to talk about the progress. Hopefully this can come to a quick and successful resolution, because we can compete anywhere in the world because we have the greatest workers, we have the greatest business plans, and we have the greatest economy here in America. I'm glad to see that the tax cuts are being reinvested in new equipment, new buildings, new employees. That was the goal for tax reform. Hopefully we can fix our trade situation and continue to have more great announcements